Get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. News 25 has found new information regarding the homicide investigation that occurred earlier this week in Pahrump, and here is what we know.
Continuing our coverage on the homicide that occurred on Monday, February 10th, News 25 has delved into our past arrest records, revealing that the suspect, identified as Robert Short Jr., has been previously arrested for similar charges. In April of 2022, Short Jr. was arrested for a domestic dispute at the same residence along Bunarch Road. He faced serious charges including attempted murder, domestic battery with a deadly weapon, and abuse to an elderly person. Now, following the fatal incident that occurred on February 10th, questions have been raised about the suspect's past and whether his prior charges may have been a factor in the events leading up to Monday's homicide. Investigators are continuing to review the details of this case as they work to piece together the circumstances surrounding the killing. Authorities have yet to release further details regarding Monday's homicide, but News 25 will continue to provide updates as this investigation unfolds.
More news now. The North Las Vegas Police Department held a press conference today releasing body camera footage from the shooting that killed Officer Jason Roscoe.
The North Las Vegas Police Department has released new details and body camera footage surrounding the tragic shooting that claimed the life of Officer Jason Roscoe on February 4th.
Officer Roscoe's passing serves as a reminder of the extreme dangers that men and women in uniform face every day as they courageously protect and serve our community. And I am extremely grateful and appreciative of their hard work and dedication.
The call for service was a person with a gun. Involved officers are Officer Jason Roscoe. He was 46 years old and had been an officer with the North Las Vegas Police Department since 2007. He was assigned to patrol in the North Central Area Command. He was armed with a department-issued Glock 19 9mm handgun equipped with a tactical light. The investigation revealed he fired 16 rounds during this incident.
Responding officers located the suspect, later identified as Mathis, and the confrontation ensued. Officer Roscoe, among other officers, attempted to take the suspect into custody during the incident, when Mathis opened fire. Officer Roscoe was critically injured and rushed to UMC, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Mathis was also shot and transported to UMC, where he was pronounced dead shortly after.
Preliminary information from the coroner reveals the cause of death of Officer Roscoe was multiple gunshot wounds. Preliminary information from the coroner reveals the cause of death of Mathis was a single gunshot wound.
In the aftermath, authorities detailed Mathis's criminal history, which included a conviction for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit, a dismissed charge for making falsified statements to obstruct an officer, and a bench warrant for petty larceny. The Assistant Chief of Police, Adam Hyde, also outlined the charges Mathis would have faced if he survived.
Mathis would be facing the following charges had he survived. Murder of a police officer, assault with a deadly weapon, discharging a firearm where persons might be endangered, attempting to elude a police officer, destruction of property, resisting a public officer with a deadly weapon, and reckless endangerment.
Officer Roscoe's funeral will be held on Thursday, February 13th at 9 a.m. at Central Church in Henderson. A procession will follow, beginning at Palm South Jones Mortuary. The North Las Vegas Police Department is mourning the loss of one of their own, and the community continues to process this tragedy.
And this week, President Donald Trump signed an executive order requiring all department heads to work with newly organized DOJ, and Elon Musk spoke to the press about his recent findings.
Elon Musk, the world's wealthiest man, stood beside President Donald Trump in the Oval Office on Tuesday, offering strong support for the administration's efforts to drastically reduce federal spending and cut government workforces' sizes.
So if there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by their elected representatives in the form of the president and the Senate and the House, then we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy.
And also, could you mention some of the things that your team has found, some of the crazy numbers, including the woman that walked away with about 30 million,
right,
etc.?
Well, we do find it sort of rather odd that there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position.
Musk, who has been entrusted with overseeing these sweeping reforms, addressed the media following the signing of an executive order by President Trump. The order mandates that federal agency heads work closely with the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, or DOJ, to streamline operations and reduce the size of federal workforce.
Basic controls that should be in place, that are in place in any company, such as making sure that any given payment has a payment categorization code, that there is a comment field that describes the payment, and that if a payment is on the do not pay list, that you don't actually pay it. None of those things are true currently. So the reason that departments can't pass audits is because the payments don't have a categorization code. It's like just a massive number of blank checks just flying out the building. So you can't reconcile blank checks. There's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security, and we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out.
In his remarks, Musk explained the cuts are necessary for long-term fiscal health of the country, stressing that the government must become more efficient in its operations.
And we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit. And if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt. I mean, it's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking because we spend a lot of money on defense. But if that just keeps going, we're essentially going to bankrupt the country.
President Trump voiced his confidence in Musk's ability to drive these reforms, praising the billionaire's entrepreneur track record of success and his innovative approach for problem solving.
Coming up, our reporter on the ground in Las Vegas, Maria Centers, files a great report. You're watching News 25.
In a wreck? Need a check?
In a wreck?
Need a check?
In a wreck? Need a check?
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
It's cold outside. It's cold inside. Daniel, can you come help me? Thanks, Daniel. Now warm and cozy.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, more than AIDS, Parkinson's, ALS, MS, and muscular dystrophy combined. Yet few know its name. Some years ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and after surgery, she developed lymphedema, LE, a cruel and chronic disease affecting 10 million Americans that occurs when the lymphatic system is compromised, leaving one with a lifetime of severe swelling and pain. What we found out later is its severity might have been lessened or possibly even prevented if only we were better informed. That's why I'm urging anyone facing cancer treatment to get educated. Talk to your doctor. Make it part of your cancer conversation. And if you have LE, share your story. With patients and doctors working together, we can learn and live.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Electrifying Las Vegas has something for everyone. The sizzling city is home to an abundance of recovery initiatives for those in need and an exciting place to stay sober. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent, Maria Centers, now joins us from Desert Hope Treatment Center.
Alcoholism and/or addiction does not discriminate based on race, age, gender, socioeconomic status, education level, or anything else. Here in Las Vegas, Desert Hope Treatment Center provides premier specialized services for those struggling with substance abuse. KPVM Television had the opportunity to speak with Desert Hope's new clinical director about the life-saving first-class care the institution provides. I'm a true testament and one of the proudest alumni of Desert Hope, and it truly can save your life if you're ready.
Yeah, Desert Hope, we're a great facility here. We really tailor care towards each individual. We have an amazing staff. Our medical team is excellent. Our counselors are fantastic. And we really want people to do well and succeed.
And Desert Hope, you could say, is a classy place in Clark County. What sets your rehab apart from the rest?
So I know everyone loves the food. I would say the food is a big plus to being here. Also, we allow emotional support animals, which is great. We do take couples. And I think another great feature that we have here is for the weekends, we offer family members if the patient is interested in having the family be a part of the process.
Of all the amenities and services you provide, what stand out to you?
I think our co-occurring program is really top notch. You know, the physicians that we have here really understand mental health. The psychiatrists really understand mental health. We have 4 groups a day, and we also offer a gym. Our gym is incredible. Our veterans really love the gym, and some of our athletes do as well.
And your specialized military and veterans program is a knockout.
Yeah, we offer a program for veterans too. I'm also very proud. We have specific group rooms just for our veteran population, and then we take them through the continuum through all levels of care. So we have a good relationship with Nellis Air Force Base. I'm really proud of the work we do. I myself am a person in long-term recovery. I also have 2 licensures, one to specialize in mental health and one to specialize in substance use. All of our counselors here have had firsthand experience with substance use, whether that be themselves or a family member. And so I think it's a very unique perspective. So I'm very fortunate to work with the staff that has the educational piece, but also has done some research.
And what would be your plug for these animals here at Desert Hope, or well-behaved dogs, I should say?
I think it's really important to understand that someone's animal might be the only thing they have keeping them going. And so to try to separate someone from a healthy support is not conducive to recovery. A lot of people ask all the time, is there a trend between specific people and certain substances, and it's truly not. I mean, and everybody who comes in here has the same chance when they leave here. It's really just about how much they're able to apply and understand, and dedicated to doing the aftercare plan.
Thank you, Desert Hope, for helping to safeguard Clark County. Now getting it over that hump to Pahrump with coverage in both counties, I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
Thank you very much, Maria. Another great story. And the Backstreet Boys are coming to Las Vegas this year with a Las Vegas Sphere residency. Here are all the details so you can be their fire on opening night.
The Backstreet Boys are set to take on one of Las Vegas's most innovative venues this summer. The legendary boy band will headline a new residency at the Sphere Las Vegas, marking a milestone as the first pop act to perform at the venue. Live Nation revealed on Wednesday that the group will perform 9 shows in July as a part of their residency titled Into the Millennium. The concert will bring to life the iconic Millennium album, along with many fan favorites such as I Want It That Way and Larger Than Life. Scheduled dates for this residency are July 11th, 12th, 13th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. Tickets for the first 6 shows will go on sale for the public at 9 a.m. on Friday, February 21st via sphere.backstreetboys.com. Tickets for the final 3 performances will be available 2 hours later.
Well, looks like an exciting show. I'm more of a new Kids on the Block kind of guy. They'll be playing right up the street earlier in June. And Mikey has your look at sports. What an exciting announcement this week. The Vegas Golden Knights are now having and launching a high school hockey league. Mikey has it all in sports.
It is time for your News 25 look at sports, and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights have announced the launch of the region's newest hockey league for high school-aged players. According to Tuesday's announcements, the Vegas Golden Knights High School Hockey League will be a co-ed league open to teenagers born between 2008 and 2011. There will be 8 teams based on geography. Selection camps will be held in March at City National Arena in Summerlin and America First Center in Henderson. Each area will have a major and minor team based on ability. Registration is now open through March 3rd. Sportsbook in Nevada took a record win as people wagered $151.6 million on Super Bowl 59 this year. The total in wagers is down from a year ago when Las Vegas hosted Super Bowl, and books saw $190 million wagered on the big game. Books won $22.1 million from the game, however, setting an all-time record in terms of sportsbook win from the Super Bowl. The Vegas Thrill play the Columbus Fury, or is it Furry, in Columbus on February 17th. And Pahrump Valley Trojan boys basketball are at the Southern Regionals. That goes on until February 14th. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you very much, Mikey. Very important weather forecast because we're going to get a lot of rain and maybe some snow in the mountains. You're watching News 25.
Thank you, Pahrump, for making the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza #1 in vehicle sales and service once again. We'd like to return the favor. So right now, current Chevy owners can get up to $3,000 in additional savings on some of our most popular SUVs. What's that, you say? You don't own a Chevy? Well, trade in any 2011 or newer vehicle and receive an extra $2,500 off of some of our hottest selling new half-ton trucks from Chevrolet and GMC. Plus, we have low financing options, deep discounts, and other incentives, all to go the extra mile in saying thank you. We love you, Pahrump.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living
Where have you
up to
been?
your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full potential. Unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
We learn valuable life lessons from our loved ones. Lessons that protect our home and keep us safe. Like avoiding pests such as cockroaches that can be attracted to leaking pipes. Or mice that are drawn to left out food. And standing water around your home can be a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Stopping pests that can spread disease is a valuable life lesson to pass down from one generation to the next. Learn how you can have a healthy, pest-free home. Visit pestworld.org.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering purpose and belonging well-earned. Fighting and winning for our nation and its people. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment is visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. As cases of norovirus continue to be reported across the United States, some may be wondering what exactly that is and how they can protect themselves.
Norovirus is a small virus that is known to cause these outbreaks of gastrointestinal illness. Usually when there's cases, it's predominantly nausea and vomiting, and then a little less diarrhea.
Dr. Dumford is an infectious disease specialist. He says norovirus is highly contagious, which is often why we see outbreaks in places where people are in close proximity. It is also more common in the colder months. Norovirus is typically spread through food and beverage contamination, through touching contaminated surfaces, or being near someone who is already sick. Dr. Dumford says to help prevent the virus from making its way into your home, be sure to regularly wash your hands. You should sanitize all high-touched areas like countertops, doorknobs, and light switches. The same advice applies if you are already sick.
With norovirus, there's no treatment options. It is just giving it time to get better. Most people get better within 72 hours. Usually symptoms will resolve completely by then. But I think it's important when people are worried about having a gastrointestinal illness to make sure to be overly cautious about washing your hands, not preparing food for others at those times, and trying to keep yourself isolated as much as possible to make sure that you're not exposing other people during your contagious period.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
This is Lerner Rowe Weather Cam. As you can see, the clouds are on the move right over Mount Charleston, right here in Pahrump. So we are going to get a lot of rain. And they are saying if you're going to perhaps go over the mountain pass, Mountain Springs, they're going to get some snow. You may need chains on the tires. Forecast is up in a bit.
We are celebrating President's Day all month long at Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. Every new vehicle in inventory has been slashed to incredibly low prices. You can save thousands. The ears of the dealership must ring with the voices of the people, and the people want savings. Like 20% off all new 2024 and 2025 Jeep Gladiator, Mojaves, and Rubicons. The truth will set you free, like with free 0% financing for 72 months on all new 2024 and 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. And the right thing is to come down to Saida Trudeau and save huge today. You can get as much as $7,500 retail consumer cash on new 2024 and 2025 Pacifica hybrids, or $7,500 retail consumer cash on new 2024 Dodge Hornets. Come to our huge President's Day sales event going on now and all month long only at Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney for Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Roy Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and taking a look at Nevada right up in northern Nevada. Fernley is at 41 degrees. Fallon and Carson City are both at 42. Tonopah 40 degrees. Goldfield at 43. Beatty at 52. Amargosa at 56. Las Vegas at 53. And Death Valley is sitting at 66 degrees. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 51 degrees. The high today just a little while ago was 55 degrees. Wind blowing south-southeast at 5 miles per hour. Humidity 16%. And the sun rose this morning at 6:34 and is going to set tonight. Just a few minutes ago, actually, it set at 5:22 p.m. Humidity rose up to 41%, and the wind continues to blow southeast at 15 miles per hour. The low tonight's going to be 41 degrees. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. We will be seeing 95% chance of rain tomorrow on Thursday with 20 mile per hour wind speeds and 71% humidity. We are going to be staying in the 50s on Friday too. Valentine's Day, it'll be a little cold. We will be going back up into the 60s on Saturday, but other than that, on Friday we are staying at 57 degrees and going up 10 degrees on next Wednesday to 67 degrees, and that definitely warms the heart for Valentine's Day. Back to the desk, here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Rosell. Well, looks like we're in for a soaking and some wind, so stay dry, be careful driving. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
Because with the help of my VA care team, I'm reaching new heights.
Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. News 25 has found new information regarding the homicide investigation that occurred earlier this week in Pahrump, and here is what we know.
Continuing our coverage on the homicide that occurred on Monday, February 10th, News 25 has delved into our past arrest records, revealing that the suspect, identified as Robert Short Jr., has been previously arrested for similar charges. In April of 2022, Short Jr. was arrested for a domestic